yes, of course. So it has, as you can see, a very bright golden color, a very thin bubbles. On the nose, you have a lot of grapefruit aromas, white flowers, white stone fruits, some zesty lemony aromas. A lot of pastry, also brioche, French brioche. And it's very round and generous since the beginning. You have a lot of aromatic complexity behind it. And when you taste it, it's very fresh, very a lot of energy, vivacity, the acidity is very high, but you still have this generousness on the mouth. It's very silky, the texture is smooth, a lot of aromatics. So it's very, very enjoyable right now, but you can also keep it for a long time in your own cellar if you want to. Yes. So I have to go back a little bit about the history of Laurent-Perrier. When my grandfather took over the company, he was only 28 years old. And Laurent-Perrier was not famous at all. It was in 1948 when he became director. He came back from the war, actually. So he had to build everything from nothing, and he soon realized that if he wanted to be a more famous champagne houses, he needed to have a prestige cuvée. And when observing what was doing the others, he realized that everyone was doing vintage cuvée. But when he was observing nature, he thought, okay, the climate is complicated in Champagne and we don't have the same quality at every harvest. So what would be the secret behind the quality of a great champagne? And he soon realized that it was the blend. Only the blend could go far beyond rare vintages and answer to one vision, to recreate the perfect year that doesn't exist in nature. So through the blending of 3 exceptional years, he would create Grand Siècle and try to answer to this vision that he had. So yes, before we would not say what was inside the blend of Grand Siècle. It was not really the aim of my grandfather. He wanted to reproduce the same style of Grand Siècle through different blends. But since 2019, we created the iteration concept in order to explain in which iteration you have a different blends of 3 exceptional years. So like this, it was easier for the consumer to understand what was inside a bottle of Grand Siècle. And of course, it is different with the bottle and the Magnum. For example, for the same iteration, so now you have iteration 23, the one in bottle was already released before, because for the Magnum, you age it longer in our cellar. So that is, you have always a difference between the bottle and the Magnum. You could have a mix of, to play with what we call earth and sea at the same time, to have like both a kind of a play with both environments in your plate. We love to use also in winter mushroom or truffle. It is the best pairing with Grand Siècle, but most of the time we like to have very simple things, but very high quality, raw quality material. So yes, in this one, so you have 3 exceptional years of 2006, which is in majority, completed by 2004 and 2002. You always have a majority of Chardonnay, completed with Pinot Noir for Grand Siècle, that you have sourced from 11 Grand Cru in Champagne. We have 17, we have chosen 11, and you have 14 years of aging on lees and a very low dosage. So Grand Siècle is very important for me because it was the first wine that my grandfather created, and it's also a unique concept among the prestige cuvée. We are the only one to do a blend of 3 exceptional years instead of using only 1, because for us it was the idea to go even further. Just an exceptional vintage to use 3 and to find a right balance between all of them. And also for me it's particular because I've been baptized with Grand Siècle, so I think I have it on my in my blood already. I'm not really objective with it, but it was this wine who convinced me to enter to Laurent-Perrier and to join the family. So the number 23 allows you to identify which blend is in the wine, but it's also the 23rd iteration created since its launch in 1959. So it's very scarce because we've only been released 24 iterations on the market. So it's going to be served at Corinthia, London by the glass in January to begin well the new year. But also we are very proud to still be your champagne partner since your opening in 2011, and we are very happy to work with you hand by hand at the Corinthia, London.